Hey guys, welcome to the Ace of Plays channel and to the gameplay part of my deck guide for my Ardal Assimilate list. In this video you'll be seeing 3 games that I played with this deck in rank 2. And yeah, this is just gameplay, but if you want to see a more in-depth explanation of the deck, there is a video posted alongside this one where I go over all the cards in the deck, go over a few changes you can make, and of course I briefly touch upon some matchups, which ones are more favorable, which ones are not, and maybe a little bit about how you should play each individual matchup. So if you just want to watch gameplay, this is the video for you. But if you want to learn a little bit more about this deck, maybe you're a new player and you would like more in-depth explanation, there is a video which should appear on a card here and also is linked down below, where you can get a more in-depth explanation of how the deck works. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course if you do, you might as well smash a like, subscribe, and leave some nice feedback in the comments. Okay, enjoy the video.
Welcome, Chosen One.
Alright, so our first matchup is going to be against Syndicate and Gudrun. Very scary matchup. This is one of the high tier decks, tier 1, rated by Team Artuza. And I'm currently not running Leo Bonhart in this list, so we don't really have a way to deal with the Big Bincy. Otherwise though, this hand actually has a lot going for it. Against Syndicate, I actually like using Operator and then not using Ardal to steal the copy, just because like they have like Bersodi Brothers, Flying Redanian, a bunch of stuff that just all in all is more entertaining to steal from them. So we could actually, let's see, we could go for Portal. You don't really want to use Portal and Operator in the same round, just because you want to have one of those for round 3. Portal, of course, thins the deck, so we're going to start off with that, and we're going to get one of each. That's the most usual outcome. Of course, it makes sense, because first it's 50-50, and then it's like a higher chance to get the other one. But that's perfectly fine. Like, both of these cards synergize a lot with a lot of the cards we have here. So our opponent is going to start off by placing a bounty. We could purify that bounty. But then we do have to draw one of these to be able to use Operator. Often that would happen. Like, we have a decent amount of thinning. So clearing this bounty and setting up a 3rd engine for this round is going to be pretty good. So our opponent is just gaining coins. Probably looking to get out Redanian. And it's kind of hard for us to do, like, a lot of our cards are based on random effects or, you know, things of similar nature, and we don't want to do that without anything on the board. But it's pretty safe to put that in Alba Pikeman.
I fear it's far too late to suddenly turn neutral.
So he just plays a Bersodi without anything to use it on. But yeah, Redanian flew right into Pikeman range. Now we could actually seize this. I'm kind of scared that seizing this early is going to be very bad for us. So we're actually going to go with Roderick. Now both of those are good seize targets, so Sears doesn't have a target here, sadly. Potentially later, though. So we're going to go with the Scepter. And let's see. That seems fine. So now we can Hengate this, and if we get spheres as an option again, which could happen. Like, it's random gold, so it's not like it's super reliable. Like, we have like 5 golds still in the deck. That's a Sea Jackal. Just using his coins for that. Now, using Roderick and Hengate in round 1 is perfectly fine. The thinning is really good. I'm going to put this on the back row to ensure we get at least 6 points of fog value. And there is spheres. And of course, stealing the Redanian is going to serve us very well later in the game. I'm just going to boost it up just to tell them this is mine now. I expect to see a pass here because we're so far ahead. Yeah. So, we got that. Round 1 is under control. Now, of course, we have no way to deal with Bincy. Like, no way at all. That's perfect. So, it might actually be an option for us to bleed our opponent here, because in a long round where they play Bincy and we have no way to deal with it, like we could hit like a Mariels, but we would have to get 6 coins first. That does work, but that's very risky. So we really don't want to see that happen here. They don't have the extra Redanian tempo, so we might be in a pretty good spot to go for a little bit of a bleed. If we can get their leader and Bincy out of them, I don't see them having that much better of a short round than we do. Alright, that is definitely a card. A card we really don't want him to have. It gives him a way to spend money. So we could potentially get one of these for ourselves. But honestly, I don't think that's going to be very good. So now we have a Purify here. This will be a Purify. If we target this, Artorias Vigo could potentially also be a Purify. But of course, he's just going to do that. And I think we're going to have to deal with this. Like, that's going to be a problem if we let that live. So I don't know, is there a way we can kill it? Of course, we have random ways to kill it. But if this doesn't work, then you know what, for now I'm just gonna get myself another one of these, and then I'm actually going to seize his Executioner. If we do get some money making cards, we do have a use for this, or a use for that, which in this matchup is going to be very important. Our opponent is trying to get by on some low value cards, it seems. Now we spent our leader. We have to get his leader out of him now. We are pretty deep in this. In the past, I've had a lot of success bleeding with this deck, but of course, against this, it's a little bit more questionable. But you gotta take risks.
I've no mercy for your kind.
Alright, that really sucks. That actually sucks big time. How dare you? Well, we do have another one. Kind of want to save that to see if the bounty comes out first. Okay, so we got informant. I hope I mentioned in the guide, which I'll record after this. There's about a 78% chance of getting the Duchess informant off of Vigo. You could increase that by taking out pikemen and putting in some special cards. That's definitely possible. But I really like having pikemen in this for the lacerate and you know, just the good stuff. So that's Mariel's. Now we're not doing super well, but we don't really care. So what are we gonna get here? A super shitty card. Like, that's the danger that you'll have to face playing this deck. It's very unfortunate, and against Syndicate, like the coins, it's a unique mechanic. Like, we can use it, but we need to get cards that give coins before we can use the cards that use coins, and we don't have as easy access as our opponent here does. Renew for Roderick. Alright. Is he gonna find Bincy now? Maybe? No, that's gonna be Caleb. And he's getting a shitty assimilate value.
Freaks aren't welcome here.
He's probably setting up for Caleb here. I'm not gonna let him do that. I did have a pass there, like we were on even points. Like I could get him down to even cards, but I need to get this stuff out of him.
High time the north was cleansed.
Alright, so he's still doing it. And we're not really gonna get a way to purify using this. That Graydon is gonna put us on the back foot, probably permanently. Wow. Okay. That's not very good. We get Siggy out of him. I think we're gonna go all in on this, actually. So we got last right for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. That won't do us anything. That was pretty big. We'll have to see if it was enough. And there you go. I did not expect a forfeit, but maybe he didn't draw Bincy, and maybe he didn't have any good ways to spend his coins after we took that one executioner. All right, that was pretty good. Now let us jump into a second game and see how we do. Maybe we'll get a loss. Maybe we'll get another win. We'll have to see. Let's play some more Assimilate. I love this deck so much. I'm so proud of it. I hope you enjoyed too. Like and subscribe. Alright, so Usurper.
I shall make Nilfgaard great again.
This is actually a very commonly played deck. I think right now, if I had to pick one deck, if I had to say one deck that I encounter the most, it would be this. So this is probably going to be a good game to show in this deck guide video. I have a decent win rate against this, so I'm not completely out of faith. Roderick could pull us Portal, but he also pulls a lot of dead stuff. I mean, actually, only spheres would be dead. But it would be nice to have some assimilate on the board before playing. Alright, like we don't have our C's anyway, so there's no problem in just doing this. And we're gonna ping this once with a pikeman and see if maybe we get... Wow. Alright, 10-point diviner right off the board. Usurper playing a lot of shitty 4-provision cards. Ooh, okay. That was less shitty. I'll give you that. But he's playing in Rage for it. I actually think we're going to go a little bit less committal here for the time being.
Yes.
Alright. So he didn't draw his Roderick. Or Dodrick as it's called. Wow. Like sometimes you get stuff like this, but like you have to be prepared for it. Like we're gonna win this round, right? We get 2 points there. He goes down to 15, but we go down to 10, so we need 6 points. Uh-oh. Hey. That's pretty good. This is definitely not looking like the same usurper lists I usually run into. But I think we definitely want to bleed usurper. Because he is full of shit. This against usurper I don't actually think is very good unless he plays... I mean, he's not going to have more of these because he's playing Shoop. So I don't think that would have been very good. Now we can actually get Roderick into Hengaith, into new Roderick, into Spheres. Okay. That's always fun.
What is truth if not an illusion?
Well, this is pretty good. We get a new one of these. We get a couple of assimilate triggers and a deploy trigger. He's just playing all the control cards and he's usurper, so what is going on? I am incredibly fascinated here. If we had a way to deal 1 damage to this, that would be brilliant. Let's see if we can get it. That is going to do it, although... that actually is our best card. Like, it is a spying unit, but... Okay, so this is going to be pretty interesting.